Red, what happened last time? You're muted if you're talking.
Goddamn. Well, mostly a lot of business meetings as Celine decided to reach out to Sophia to try to make a deal. Her attempts to barter for more power didn't seem to work out the best at all. And Sophia was gracious enough to be willing to see a chance to continue partnership and asked Celine what she wanted. Celine requested for, I believe, ice cream the shop, that Nexus Point the Winterfell had at one point or another. As well as the fact that after that she moved on, and I believe Blake as well spoke with Celine. As for a request with Abaddon, as he was dealing with a bit of a situation with his werewolf rival pack, basically. As he needed firepower, and there was only the one person he could go for that, and Celine was more than willing to help set that up. Okay, 1 second, guys. Huh? There you go, Grunt. Um, and Selena went to go talk to Abaddon to get that taken care of. Blake also spoke with Darius, thanking him for his assistance, and, well, Darius gave him a bit of advice on how to deal with his political problem that he's having right now, as well as what it means to either work with Sophia or not. And maybe you don't have to really do the worst choices possible. And maybe usurping Ivone and all that stuff, but basically options that Blake can decide to go for, as well as him talking with Sophia and trying to ensure he has on his side for when he goes against the other werewolf. And Sophia saw an opportunity, a chance to get rid of some upstarts and consolidate power, as she also done with Celine as well. Maybe have Blake as a right-hand enforcer to deal with any issues that may come in. It may mean that Blake will essentially be obviously on her side, as well as just being used as a force for dealing with any problems that she sees and deems fit. But it's a chance for an alliance that he said to agree to. Rowan, as well, decided to visit her dear friend, Mark, who seems to be dealing with his powers much better than when they first met, as he's trying to stop drinking, taking some exercise, trying to deal with seeing far too much. Though there was a bit of pause as he didn't see the react to Rowan's new form. For him, Rowan has always looked like that. And even when Rowan tried to do a bit of experiment to ask exactly what he's seeing, it seems that she saw a bit of a shimmer, a golden shimmer, and not much else. But Mark is often sure, very sure, that Rowan's new form has always been what Rowan looked like. And that has some interesting questions. Regardless, they chatted for a bit, as well as Rowan reaching out to Darius to let him know, because as well, Mark mentioned that Darius is the one he talked to help with the situation, though the hunters were a bit protective with him. And with Darius hearing what Rowan told and explained about what their interaction with Mark was, has a theory, and maybe want to try to test it out. And of course, Rowan also reached out a comforting hand to Darius, as Mark also requested that Rowan deal with Darius's crying eyes, or tears are always in there and they don't seem to fall, essentially. And a moment of vulnerability from Darius as he seemed not. He said he feels good, but there's probably more to it, of course. As things move on, Blake spoke with Abaddon, requesting for the assistance to deal with Ivona, and Abaddon questioned what he plans to do with this werewolf on his territory. Seemed to be a bit unsure, not necessarily full measures, we'll say. But regardless, Abaddon sees a chance to gain some upper hand here. And, well, it's a chance for a further alliance. I think Celine also met up with Darius as well. Seems that he has a job or a quest from Celine to get someone into the club to take a look at Zoe and then walk out, essentially. A bit unsure, but she didn't push, basically. Was willing to help him out with this and meet this mysterious Mark fellow. As he seemed to be able to see her, at least made a comment that Celine was very nice and, like I said, wasn't asked too many questions. As she got Mark in with her by his side to let him take a look and make sure he didn't have a panic. As obviously he was seeing something when he walked in and took a look at Zoe and wanted to leave immediately afterwards as Darius got him out. There was more of engagement with Leon, but Celine was able to dodge that well enough that no questions were asked. As Darius has helped making sure Mark was okay out there, and he seemed to be good, though very much having a bit of a panic attack, but trusted Darius to take care of things. as we said goodbye to Mark and made sure he was taken care of. A bit of a chat, mostly about Darius's idea and what he's planning to do and what he can see, as well as a bit of a heart-to-heart as well. Darius is still grabbed for the fact that his son does not want to see or speak with him. He spoke with Melcom, but Zoran seems unwilling to engage with him in any form, and it probably is getting to him. And Celine did offer comfort, but Darius continued moving on. He also made sure to reach out to Rowan to apologize for using her friend in an experiment, as well as the panic that may have caused, and explain what his hypothesis is, as well as the fact that glamour seems to be maybe in another way being used for him, and what that could mean, and how much good this can do. Ron seemed to listen in and not get angry about the whole thing, and be willing to, as long as Mark is safe and okay with it, then Rowan will seem to want to be there for a friend. And I guess Darius has one last experiment he wants to do with Mark, to meet a dragon, a friendly one at that, someone who was kind and someone that I believe John knew, and wondered if Darius came up to the dragon, would he see the dragon or would he see the kindness underneath, what she truly is down to her very core. And, well, of course, give him some time, but that seems to be the plan right now. And I think as well, after the meet with Abaddon, Blake requested for Celine a chance to see her in power, see her take the throne that, well, Sophia isn't really necessarily what he was aiming for. And he wants to back her, I believe, as well. Celine said yes, I think, after speaking with Abaddon and hearing her thoughts of the whole thing as well. And decided, well, her initial plan was something else, but this works out well, especially if it helps Abaddon. She's willing to go for it as well. And I think as well, there was one conversation Abaddon requests a bit unsure, as she was trying to investigate to see if Celine was working with Darius on some scheme or another against her. And of course, Celine said no, that she loved Abaddon and she would never do something to hurt her in any way. And Abaddon seemed to be fine with that. That's a bit of a nice family hug right there. And Celine went about to try to process getting this whole set up for taking over Sophia's position, hopefully. Deciding to reach out to connections Andrea and Sophia. I'm sorry, Andrea and Andre, I believe his name was, the other wizard. Started with Andrea, as they talked, and she seemed willing to back her almost immediately, though she had a request to keep Darius as far fucking away from her as possible, mentioning that her gaze has always worked, but for him, it's a brick wall, and it unsettles her. She wants nothing to do with him, so keep him not near me, which Selena is willing to help her with. Darius seems to be worse for her, and that's an interesting thing to think about, but it could be used for the future. And I think that's where we ended last.
Such an easy assignment, keep Darius away from her. Why would Darius ever want to talk to her? I do love giving people easy assignments.
Listen, I gotta talk to him. I don't know that's gonna be a hard thing until I speak to him.
Darius, listen, man. She's literally a demon that fucking eats people, man. You can't fix her.
Listen, I have to try, though. I must. Listen, I also think if this doesn't show that I am, in fact, a sucker for happy endings, I don't know what will.
No, the fact that you really looked to torture tomorrow was the moment I was like, oh shit. Grunch really a sucker for his happy endings.
My happy endings? Nick, this is everyone's happy ending.
Could have been your happy ending, Nick, if you were stuck with it.
No, Grunt, I'm saying, like, when you have your thoughts on what a happy ending should be, that's a good thing, right?
Oh my god, the passive aggressiveness. Nick, just say the fuck what you want to say. Jesus.
I'm not being passive aggressive, Grunt.
Does feel like that.
I'm sorry. If I sound agitated, it is not at you. It is at RNG.
Okay. But yeah, so I think that was the last thing you wanted to do, just talk to Darius before you approached Andre next.
Yeah, I gotta let him know some promises were made. I need him to keep those.
Yeah, easy, as meeting up with him is not that hard. Probably dropping by his tower.
Hmm.
He welcomes you in. Sounded urgent over the phone.
Not necessarily, but plans are in motion and time is of the essence, basically. I'm making plans to, hopefully, at the very least, take Sophia's spot, for lack of the better words.
Good luck with that,
Yes,
I think you could probably easily handle it.
I hope so. But I've had to, of course, get some backing. Can't just show up and demand things. And one of the people I've talked with has made a request of me in exchange for her support. And that request was that you stay far away from her.
Can I ask who?
Andrea. I'm sure you remember her.
Is this like a time limited thing, or is it just
From her reaction about you and how unsettled she is by you, I think she means stay away from me forever if she can help it.
just had like 2 conversations with her?
You seem to make her feel uncomfortable.
Has she at least told you why?
Something about your eyes?
Oh god. Okay. How important is her support towards your cause?
It would be a great boon for what we. What, Garrus? Why are you trying to approach her in the first place?
I mean, why shouldn't I approach her in the first place?
Well, I know you're on a very big binge about forgiveness and such, but she did try actively to ensure you're, one of the downsides to your horrible situation you went through. And she doesn't seem to really have much interest in you at all, really. She's
No.
a dear friend of Rowan's, if I remember correctly, or assistant, acquaintance.
Problem is, she takes quite a lot of joy in eating living things.
Yes, I believe that is her diet.
Do you think she needs that to do that for sustenance?
So do you plan to kill her then?
No, I'm trying to help her change her diet. Let's call it a more vegetarian one.
So you plan to terrorize her into stop eating living things?
I've literally just had 2 conversations with her. I don't think that counts as terrorizing.
I think she sees it that way. I've
I
never seen
just
that.
think that sounds very dramatic. She's one for the drama.
I have known this woman for almost a year now, I believe, and I've never once seen her rattled. You rattle her, Darius. You make her deeply uncomfortable.
It's gonna say 2 years, but yes.
Oh, 2 years. Okay. Thank you.
Well, makes other people uncomfortable. Can we extend that? Does that seem like a fair deal? I think you're just trying to do what she wants for her support.
Mixture of both. And also, entanglement with Andrea for me has never really led to much good.
Listen,
Mhm.
listen, what if I can get you support of an equally powerful individual and you just leave Andrea alone and just
I would see the benefit in that, yes, but there's also something else she said.
yes.
She called you something else, and she has a large repertoire of people that she knows and creatures that she's eaten and engaged with. So, if you're not an angel, because she's seen one of those, then what exactly are you, Darius?
Do you really have to do it now?
I think we should.
I don't feel comfortable talking about it.
Well, the comfort of another person doesn't seem to be your agenda right now, so I think we should move past that and engage with the conversation.
I hate it when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Use people's logic against them.
It's a hard-won skill.
Oh, I didn't lie to you. I just didn't tell you the whole truth for hopefully understandable reasons.
Lying by omission.
Yeah. Well, technically you never asked, so I
She
am an
raises an eyebrow.
angel. Like it looks a bit like ashamed, but says I am an angel. Ah, that's not a lie. That is the full, honest truth. Now, this body is, let's call it an artificial construction. I am not exactly here per se. It's a weird thing. I'm like physically not here, but mentally here, you know?
Very well. If you're not here, where are you actually?
Well, I do. He looks at the tower and says, I do have a secure place where no one could technically find me.
I see.
Listen, I'll
this
be
is what
honest,
she meant.
Celine, you saw me in my actual form. Would you have even trusted me? Oh, you would have just said,
Probably Probably not. I would have assumed you were an imposter and tried to kill you immediately.
oh. Like, the ruse is a bit understandable.
Understandable, but it's still a ruse regardless. But I can understand, like you said. You think this is what I really look like? This is what we call the PG-13 version.
Kind of shrugs.
Yeah. I understand the ruse, Darius. And it took me quite some time to decide if I believe you were you or if something else. It didn't happen immediately. And I understand with the situation with Zorn, bringing it up to any of them would have just made things far more complicated. But you told Zoe that you plan to show her your true self. Now, is that what you meant for her? To know what you really are?
Eventually. I think lying to her is a horrible idea now.
Why is that exactly?
Well, because I'm trying to establish an honest relationship with her, and if that's built on a rotten foundation, it will collapse eventually.
That is true. Most relationships built on a lie falls apart eventually. But you plan to bare your entire self to her, something you've never done for any of us, but her specifically.
I feel like it needs to. Well, she doesn't know what I meant. That was part of the strategy, really, to just completely take her off guard, keep her off balance, and make her unable to properly lie to me. Hopefully.
Of course.
And
Celine has a smile.
he's not gonna pick up on that if it's like subtle enough, but gonna add the much easier to. I've realized that if you open up to people, sometimes can make them open up to you, or she can stonewall me. Wouldn't be the first time, but I guess I'll just have to keep trying.
Well, from what she told me, she seems to be vastly curious about the whole thing. So at least have her full attention right now.
I'm banking on that curiosity to pay off, I guess.
And back to the early conversation. And while yes, I did wish to do what I wanted that conversation with you from Andrea was because I needed her support. I understand you are an angel, Darius, and you seem to not care about your life, but I did. And regardless, Andrea is a dangerous person to have as a foe, I would assume. But with the new
This is
information,
why she can't do anything to me in this body.
True. But she
John
can do
kind of
things.
let me know about her powers.
Mm.
Even if she tries to eat this one, it's gonna taste really bad, I'm told, and it's well, she's not gonna enjoy it really.
Mm.
I can just make a
Well,
new one.
yes. I can assume it would be a weird sensation to eat clay.
Yeah,
Well then, it seems you're too stubborn for me to try to persuade you to not do this. So, who is this other alliance that you can offer then?
assume you remember the angry spirit Rowan helped Andre take out of the wolves.
Ah,
area.
yes. A darling girl.
She and I have a. I wouldn't call it a friendship. I would call it understanding.
Mm.
I don't think Andre can sway her to your side, but I think I could.
I see. It would be interesting. I don't really engage with spirits much.
I think she would be a much more powerful ally to have than Andrea.
I will trust you in that regard. You seem to be able to sense the power levels of others.
Less. I don't think she's more powerful than Andrea, but people know about Andrea. People don't know about. Well, she told me her name was Alice, but
Alice. I'll remember that. Well, I plan to speak to the wizard anyway, so stop by and see if I can gather his support as well.
yeah, don't mention about my relationship with Alice, because I think he doesn't really appreciate me, for obvious reasons, I assume.
He seems to be one who doesn't really appreciate anyone, but I think that's the tower as well, or his tower.
I guess so.
Very well then. Thank you for telling me, Darius. Even though I had to twist your arm a bit there.
I would appreciate it if you kept it a secret. I feel
look
like
to
I
see you.
should tell Rowan myself.
I will not speak a word of it.
Thank you.
I guess, like I said, Darius, not everyone shows their true forms. You wouldn't be the first or the last.
He nods.
Yeah, Celia would say goodbye to God Blue and make her way.
As you eventually, take a bit of time to set up the meeting with Andre, so I'm gonna switch to someone else. Blake, anything you are planning on doing and working on?
No, I'm currently waiting to hear back from Celine or whoever Abaddon is sending to go deal with the pack. Help me deal with the pack.
Yes, I believe the plan was for you to sort of set up a meeting with the wolves, Abaddon's people, to come in, smack the shit out of her, because I think you said you don't want her dead.
That was a change of plan. She if that's why I need to know
Okay.
one before the other.
Okay, so you might want to reach out to Celine to see how things are progressing on her end.
Yeah. So I guess I will give her a call.
Blake, has it been that long?
Not quite long enough, but I hate to rush you on such a major decision, but I need to know where you stand.
Ah, yes. I'd rather do this in person, but we can do it over the phone then. As I assume Celine's in her car right now. Is that right to say, Grunt? Okay. I will agree. I think you make good points, and I think I will make an attempt for that position.
All right.
I what?
You first.
I will be honest, Blake. I'm not too sure how much you want to hear my advice on your wolf matters, so just hear me out and make your decision on that alone. Are you sure keeping this wolf alive is the smart play here?
Well, knowing that you're going for the play, taking out competition to smooth out your path forward is now my goal.
Mm,
So
Good.
she's a newcomer. We can't have that. So I'll renegotiate with Abaddon, see if she can get me somebody a little heavier hits a little heavier.
There's a few people that Abaddon has that hits a little heavier. Thinks about Rowan. I assume, actually. You know what? Does Rowan hit hard? I really don't even know. I'm so sorry.
everyone can hit hard.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay. At the very
Sorry.
least.
Is there anything you need from me while I'm scheming?
No. I just want to give you advice, which seems you already came to a conclusion on your own, which is good. I'm planning to gain support. There's one more visit I have to do before. Well, I should probably wait until after you've killed your competition before making my move to Sophia.
Alright.
And be careful, Blake. I would hate to see you die now, not when you become so interesting.
Yeah, it would be very disappointing to die when life is starting to move forward. I'll let you know how the meeting goes, and if we succeed, I'll give you a call.
Right, well then, I look forward to your call.
All right. Take care.
She says goodbye and hangs up.
I'll go meet with Abaddon.
Yeah, I'll go meet with Abaddon.
As well, you make your way into Inferno Club. As you take a couple of steps in the sort of main area, there are most of the people. You immediately sort of get Leon kind of like sees you, kind of waves at you.
Leon, right?
Yeah, you're the wolf from the city.
One and only, I guess.
Kind of
How are things?
shakes your
things
hand.
going?
Well, pretty good around here. I hear you're having some big plays for the city.
Yeah. Actually, do you get any time off here?
I mean, no, but I make time off.
I have something that might interest you if you're up for it.
Sure, let's hear it.
There's some skulls that need to be cracked, and you look capable.
I would very much enjoy that.
Well, I'm about to set up a meeting, and there's a certain individual who, if you don't mind getting your hands a little dirty, I need taken care of. Show her the error of not cooperating properly.
Sounds cool. Sounds really cool. Yeah, here's my phone number. Just tell me when and where. Always down for a good time.
Looking forward to working with you, Leon.
Likewise, he smiles, kind of gives you a pat on the shoulder.
Yeah. Is the boss on?
Well, she can't really leave, so yeah. Just wait a
Alright.
bit. She's in a meeting right now.
Alright, listen, if we win, first round's on me, alright?
Hold you up to that, man.
I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, you wait for about like 5 to 10 minutes. Then you see this woman coming down. I don't think you've seen her before.
Like Blake? No.
Yeah,
Blake was never...
so she is walking. She does kind of glance at you and says, "Hey, wait a minute. Blake, aren't you?"
I didn't realize I was known. I'm sorry, I don't...
Aren't you the one that
No, you're
scared off the Winter Court from city?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you have a meeting. I don't want to detain you, but maybe once you're done, we can have a drink.
I would like that.
I should at least buy you one after you helped us out so much.
Let's start with your name.
Call me Layla.
Please.
I'm part of the Summer Fade that recently moved back in after you dealt with our previous enemies.
Well, Layla, give me a few minutes and I'll be happy to catch back up with you.
She smiles and nods at you. You head upstairs and Abaddon looks at you as you take a seat. Suppose this is in regards to the incident, so
Yeah, I would like to renegotiate our deal slightly.
I'm listening.
Due to shifting changes, I would like to, instead of hurting this individual, I would like to permanently take care of this problem. I
I'm
asked
a bit
your
surprised.
boy. Oh, did I say something wrong?
What changed your mind?
There's an individual I believe would run the city better than Sophia, and I believe that we need to uproot some of the problems so they have a smoother time sliding in the power. I don't know if it helps or hurts, but that Celine lady who introduced us.
Nods. Oh. I trust your judgment on this matter. So that's quite alright if you want to go after the lethal encounter. Now, Ceres was wrong about you.
How so?
She thought you were a gullible softy, but I don't think that.
Well, it's off, where is it said that we should try to strive to have our children live better in better times than we did. If that means making sacrifices, then I'm willing to do it. If it means things quiet down, by any means necessary.
She nods. I'll send in a few people that will make sure that she and anyone else who decides to put up a fight won't last too long.
Thank you for your generosity.
I do enjoy collaborating with you, Blake. I hope this might continue in the future.
I enjoy collaborating too. You seem like an interesting person to know at the very least.
As she smiles at the compliment. Be seeing you then.
As he's about to turn the stairs, he turns back. I offered Leon a spot on that fight. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
And he'll take one more step and then turn back. Like, just tilt his head back and he says, "So Sirius was working with you the whole time?"
Well, one more thing.
More thing. It's not out of anger. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
it is
she-
kind of like a curiosity tone.
Yeah, she chuckles a bit and says, "Caught me there, officer." Was
an
more of
interesting-
a freelance agent I had, but was was doing a job for me. I had to. I wanted Daniel out.
Hmm. Not that it matters anymore. Was the creature yours or her idea?
Well, I have more than one freelancer, right?
Masterfully done. Listen. I appreciate smart people. It doesn't really matter whether they're. I prefer them on my side than against me, but masterfully done. I tip my hat to you if I had one.
She giggles and says, "Well, you might just have to get you one. A nice sheriff hat."
Stay safe, Abaddon.
You as well.
I guess I got another person I gotta go get drinks with. Jesus, Red.
Uh, uh. Listen. Jan's like the county sheriff. This is the local sheriff. Fine. But yes,
Leon
yes.
is senseless.
Listen, yeah,
Brad?
I listen. When I said Blake could steal this, that wasn't a joke.
Red.
You'll die, Tick. This is not me
Red.
threatening you. This is saying a fact. It will kill you. Red was threatening Tamara out of character as well. You were there.
I know, Red. Listen, Red. It's okay. I'm
You care
to
about
go
your
hang out.
life? You care about your life? Yeah, go back with that fae. Go back to that fae.
We've seen the red like this is like the Dragon Age fucking hardening thing you can do to like fucking Alistair.
You see this level of defense. How could I like just murder it in front of her? That's like taking a baby seal and like killing it. Like I don't.
Grunt. It's fine. Listen, you're gonna get your happy ending, and Tick is gonna get fucking strangled by Red. I feel like it's a win-win for you. Red's mad at me, or you get your happy ending.
I want everyone to be happy, Tick. Everyone to be happy.
I'm literally seeing the red dot trying to trace my room right now.
But yeah, you climb down the stairs, and yeah, Layla is waiting for you at the bar, smiling.
Hi, Leo. Sorry if I kept you waiting.
Oh no, mind. Hope it was a productive business meeting.
Every meeting is productive.
With you, I bet.
So how does it feel having the city again?
Starting to pick things back up, maybe expand a bit. It feels good.
Well, that's always good. You said expanding. Anything to anything in particular?
Well, I do not dare go near the city center, but well, there's still outlying areas that might use a touch of improvement. Certain clubs, bars, locales of all sorts of types.
You know what? Yeah, that would be nice. Guys coming back in, build the city up, making something new, something tasteful.
I was thinking of improving some of the more scenic areas, parks. A lot of them can do with some renovation.
What did you have in mind?
More flowers, more trees, bike lanes, and have more spots that bring people closer to nature, but clubbing is all well and good, but sometimes I feel like people can just find a nice place to relax and enjoy.
Well. Sorry, Grant. I'm sorry, Grant. We'll have to see. Things are. I would like to possibility to talk about this further, but I'm currently my plate is full as it is. But once things settle down, maybe we can have a drink and discuss things further.
I would love nothing more. As
Well,
I mean, she's still gonna buy you that drink,
hmm
and as you kind of finish it and you get up, she says, "Don't be a stranger, Blake." As you kind of like walk away, you realize you have something in your like back pocket. It's her phone
okay.
number.
Oh, neat.
I don't know if you
Can't get
glance
distracted.
back or anything.
Yeah, he'll glance back.
She kind of winks.
Focus, Blake. Focus. But Red, Abaddon's right there. I can't even say it with a straight face. I can't even. I can't even say it with a straight face. That was. It was. I'm sorry, Red. I couldn't say it with a straight face. I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna to ruin this relationship. I'm gonna try not
It's not
to.
too late. We can switch to Ivona.
Look, this is live footage of like Faye working in the city. Look at this. Listen, listen. Look, don't you want more like nice spaces like that?
And do I want people in the territory with possibly ravenous creatures? No, I do not really want that, Grunt.
Are Faye ravenous though?
I'm not
Listen,
talking about the. I'm not talking about the Fae.
She's also saying that listen, more greenery, more like naturey spaces. Benefits wolves a bit.
Are your people ravenous beasts? Is that what you're saying?
Some people transform randomly, and some people can't control their transformations.
I think
Yeah,
we should
then-
have more forests.
I'm thinking this is a trap, Grunt. I'm sorry.
You think that for everything.
I feel like listen, Dick, that's always a good thing to think about, but you can still engage with it.
I'm not saying no, Grunt. What I'm saying is I do have other more important pressing
Yes.
matters to do, though.
You
You can't.
have-
We can agree on that, right?
Yes. I always encourage people to be paranoid about things. It's always the safest option.
That's why when Abaddon was giggling, I was like, nope, I could feel the sniper bullet touching the back of my head. Red.
Well, I mean, she was enjoying the compliments, but yes, there was the sniper at your back, but
There
not from me
was.
though.
I know, Grunt, because you would let that happen just for Red to shoot me. It's okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you walk out, is there anything else you would like to do?
Adopt that picture, and I would call it Sir Fluffins. Anyway, yeah. No, I got nothing to do other than set up the meeting.
Yeah. But yeah, as you do that, Rowan, there's a phone call you're getting. Unless you, is there anything you would like to do first?
Honestly, not immediately. No.
Darius is calling you.
Hello, Darius.
Hey, I wanted to chat with you about something because, well, things are unfolding and something might something will happen soon, and well, I would like to be honest with you and meet you before you hear this from like other people.
Is this a good or a bad thing that's going to be happening?
All that is left, that is still to be seen. But I think you deserve to know the full truth.
Is this about what Mark told me?
Sorry?
Is this about what Mark told me?
No, although that was weird in its own way. I did do some research on that as well. Okay, I'm not gonna get distracted though. When I was turned into an angel, I did I don't look like I used to.
Is this why Mark said you were a golem?
Yeah, I think so. Apparently he can see for people for what they actually are, who they are. It's a pretty powerful thing. But yeah. I when I saw my well, I don't even know how I look, I'll be honest. There was a lot of light. My eyes weren't already adjusted, but I knew my physical form had changed, so in order to not have everyone call me an imposter, which happened anyways, to a lesser degree, I requested a vessel of sorts. Something that would resemble my previous physical appearance.
All right. I mean, it's probably a smart idea. I think if you came up showing like what was his name, Acreal. If you looked like him, I don't think anyone would trust you. Trusted you.
Yeah. So I've been technically all this time physically locked away in the basement of tower and mentally piloting a golem, I guess you could call it.
What brings this up, if I may ask?
Well, I was gonna tell people eventually. Celine figured me out first, though. She talked with Andrea, and Andrea, her eyes apparently kind of picked up on it.
All right. Does anyone else know this, or is it just Celine and me? And I guess technically Mark has some idea.
Well, I don't know how. I think Mark sees things, but that doesn't mean he necessarily understands them. But yes, it is just you and Celine right now.
All right. Thank you for telling me this.
But there's a second part to it. The actual, I don't know if this is gonna be all right thing. I told Zoe that I would show her my true self, and I think she took that quite metaphorically.
That's very funny.
I also thought that. I hope she will also think this is very funny. But I also
I don't think. She might not think it's funny. but I think it's funny.
At the very least, I hope this will make her open up to me a bit.
Do you said at first you didn't realize what you looked like. You have you looked into a mirror before then? Are you
No.
also going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're both going to figure out what you look like at the same time. That's very funny. That is very funny.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm terrified.
If you would like, I could be there.
I would appreciate that, actually. Not like there, but maybe the next room?
Nah, I can do that.
What if I do look like a Rekiel? What if I'm just like this fucking monstrous multiple eyes, 7 hands, 6 wings, just
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know how angels work, but yeah, that would be quite shocking. Would be quite shocking. Now, admittedly, there's a silver lining. If you do look like that, that would catch her off guard.
true. Yes, the more fucked up I look, the more freaked out she'll be. Oh god. Oh, this is gonna be horrible.
At that point, hearing that, Rowan's actually going to like drop the comedy bit, and she'll say, "There's a lot of things we have to do as terrible Darius, but it's no excuse not to do them."
Yeah, you're right. Honesty is the best option.
Yeah. And you will mention it. Maybe at some point inform your father too.
Oh yeah, and tell Zoran like, no, actually you were right. I have been a fake one indeed all this time. You're absolutely totally justified hating me and not talking to me.
Do you think it would be better or worse if he eventually does come back to you and he suddenly is slammed with that?
Well, right now he's not talking to me anyways. So
He's still young, figuring, and he suffered a lot more trauma than a person his age should. Give him some time. Maybe he'll come around.
that's honestly my only hope at this point. Thanks, Ron. On a side note though, this is gonna be a weird question. Gonna be oddly specific. You know someone who can write about the world?
Met a. I think he was an. I think he was a college student. He was writing some. He was a fiction writer, and I decided to have a little fun. And he was writing urban fantasy, and I told him about a bit about the courts.
These Freaky ass oracles. Okay. Do you think you could put me in contact with him?
No, sure. Pretty
Because
sure he gave me his number.
I believe it's a curse. I believe it's the same. It's just like Mark.
Yeah,
you-
I can put you in contact with him. Yeah. His name's Caleb, by the way.
Good. Yeah, just send me the details. Apparently, you met the local oracle in town? Goes by the name of Olivia?
Yes, she's the entire reason I made contact with that banshee.
He said some. So she's the one that told me to ask you this very weird question. She also told me that I need to talk with him because he is my answer to the questions that I will have. I don't. Ugh.
It's an interesting. It's an interesting thing, I suppose. Well, I mean, I suppose you can also. I wonder. Yeah, when you're talking to him, ask him if he remember. Try to broach the subject if he remembers anything I told him about the court. Because if he does, that's interesting.
Well, if it's like Mark, he probably is. Wait, is he not like? Think glamour works on him, or do you think he's like a?
I don't know. It's just that he was writing some urban fantasy story. I decided to have a bit of fun because it was involving Fae. So I told him a bit about how the court's organized.
I will definitely reach out. Seems interesting. Yeah, apparently, answer to my questions. I have a lot of those. So. See.
I don't know how. It will come. I'm somehow. I'm loading another bullet into the Liam gun. I don't know how though.
Don't really. This is the Liam gun. You are in fact assembling it. This is not a bullet. This is the entire gun.
I don't know how. Caleb helps with this, but we'll see.
Yeah. You'll give him some contact details. Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, Celine. Guess you get that meeting with Andre.
Yes.
As yeah, you go to his tower probably a couple of days later, and as like sits you down, you can see Alice sort of still wandering about. As Arlo is weirdly quiet.
She won't say anything, but she takes note.
It does look like Alice is something that like floats around though.
Ah, I'm happy she's alright.
So Andre says, "What can I help you with, Celine?"
Thanks for this meeting, Andre. I'll keep this short, not waste your time, but I'm planning to make moves in the city. I'm hoping I can have your support in that.
Depends on the moves.
I plan to aim for Sophia's position.
Quite bold, but not completely unexpected.
Yes. And I rather make sure I have a couple of allies in that regard to make the transition easier. And I was hoping for your support.
Me persuade an NPC. You have that. You do have +1 forward.
Okay.
Well, he sort of think about it for a moment. Says, are reliable, stable, power hungry enough that keep things around going your way. But not power hungry enough to do stupid things. Sophia has failed to contend the more wild individuals in the past. I think you are more flexible in that aspect. So, I have one request though.
Yes.
I believe that magical community in the city has always been non-existent. Because neither I nor Darius involved ourselves too much into power plays. Seeing how he turned out, I don't want to be the same. I believe you will need some magical expertise. I know many things that Darius doesn't. He glances at the ghost. Unlike him, my interests go quite far.
Celine nods. You bring up good points at the very least, and your knowledge and experience is worthwhile. And I think you're right. Having someone of your nature on a. Well, I would not say no to your advice or your insight.
Nods. My full support for whatever you plan on doing.
Thank you. Andre, it is appreciated.
He nods.
And now, I know you're not one for chatter, but I will ask, out of curiosity's sake, how was your time with her new compatriot?
Peaceful. He chases the creature away. I've never had this much quiet in decades.
Runt. I don't know if he's showing emotion or is it look like the tower curse still exists for him, basically.
It's still effective, but
Mm.
he is like having someone continuously berate you is still annoying. And the fact that
Yeah.
that thing is now running away because whatever this ghost wants to do to it, it's making it like not want to do it anymore. He at least seems like appreciative of the quietness.
Ah.
He's more peaceful. He looks less tortured.
And I assume Alice looks like she's having fun too.
Yes.
Well then, I'm actually happy to hear that. It seemed it worked out to its best conclusion.
Actually, I think glances back at her, back at you, and says, "Not the best conclusion, but an acceptable one."
That's good then. Well, I will leave you to it then, Andre. And I'll let you know what the next moves are.
He nods.
Yeah, she'll wave goodbye to both him and Alice as she takes her leave. Yeah, I think
At this point,
she would just, yeah.
It would be nice to give Horvath a fucking call, though.
Yeah, I was
Like-
gonna ask. That was actually my next question, Grant.
Okay. Yeah, you can give him a phone call.
Yeah.
Celine,
Horvath?
in a
I-
bit. How can I help you?
Has. I want to let you know and see if I can gather your support as well. I am planning to, I'm planning to make a more prominent role in the city, mainly by taking Sophia's position.
Honestly, I thought it was just a matter of time. But I remember the way you helped back uh, had problems on the loose, and I remember you helping out with the Carmilla situation, and being quite cordial when I told you to tell that Dracula fellow to stick it up his ass. So I would much rather have you in charge than some bloodsucker.
It's appreciated then. I wish to have better relations with the city. At the very least, we all live here. We must learn to coexist.
Well, higher you climb the ladder, the more you'll have to contend with my desires. So I think we
True.
will be quite often in contact.
Very well. I look forward to that then. For peaceful coexistence.
Of course, one can only hope.
Well, talk to you later then, Horvath.
Around then.
Yeah. She'll hang up the call after saying goodbye and more likely text Blake that once he makes his move, let her know and she'll make hers.
Question though, are you gonna approach the Fae?
Oof. Oof. Grunt. Grunt. I don't know. That's a good idea. The last time we talked, things got a little tense. Oof. Mm.
They're like, you've kicked out one court, but another one has.
Yeah, Rowan did tell Celine.
Up to you.
I-
Either your
question
silver tongue or Blake's stuff will get you that win, I think, regardless.
Okay, that's true. That is true. I guess it comes down to I'll ask because I know Abaddon has contempt for all the people who had a hand in Jade's suffering, but I think right now she doesn't have a problem with working with the Summer Court. Is that all right to
Oh, she wants to
assume?
body them.
Yeah,
Especially those that were involved.
yeah.
And it's like, you're like, I want to talk to them. Yes, you can talk to them, and I'll bring John over so he can clobber them. Wonderful idea.
But I do have that favor with Layla if I can.
You can call upon that if you want. You don't need to
Yeah,
tell Abaddon about this. You don't need to know about literally everything.
yeah. I'll tell her afterwards.
Listen, let's exactly do stuff. Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, this is probably a bad idea, but yeah, Shalene, once, because I think with Rowan's information, she was gonna try to reach out to the old channel she would have with Layla, essentially.
Yeah, it takes you maybe a day or so, but you eventually get a call from her directly as you pick up. Helene, it's been since forever. How have you
It
been?
has been. I've been well, and I assume things are going well for you.
Well, now that we're back in town, yeah.
Ah, yes. Summer has returned, and I think a lot of people will be happy about that.
I do hope so. I plan on making our stay here even better than the last one.
That is good. I think a bit of summer youth is what everyone needs after so long. But
Yes.
I did come with another reason why I reached out, at the very least. I wanted
What
to
is
know if
that?
I can gather a bit of your help for old time's sake.
Well,
I need,
funny you should
with the
say there
Fae.
is a specific demon lord that dropped your name to me.
Oh, which demon lord would that be?
It was by the name of Abaddon. I don't think she's
Oh, I see.
that. I think she's new around the block, but I may be misjudging. Never know with them.
Hopefully it was all good things they spoke about me.
Well, apparently I was called in as one of your old acquaintances. He was asking me a lot of questions, but mostly a cordial. I think we have in common to fight winter together, but well, I won't bother you with all my political alliances.
I understand then. At the very least, it's good to see that even now you still are up and about. But I was wondering if I can gather your support. With summer coming in, I think some changes need to be made.
I like change. Good.
Mm.
What do you have in mind?
And I plan to ask for Sophia's spot, or take it, or whatever I need to do for it.
Gonna say, are you using one of your debts for this? You can
At
roll
the very
persuade
least,
an NPC then with like a +3.
you will use a debt from Lele on
Yeah,
this
so
regard.
roll me persuade an NPC.
Okay.
+3 forward.
+3, you said?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Alice says, well, Dean, I always liked you. My favorite demon. My resources are your resources.
Ah, thank you, Layla. As always, your partnership is vastly appreciated.
I would it's so nice to see the city in someone so competent ruling.
Well, of course, with my friends and allies, I hope to make a much better place for all of us.
Then I hope to be hearing from you soon.
Of course. I'll speak to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shoot the guy. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else after that.
No, I don't think so.
Also, you keep saying that true form. I'll remind you,
Mm.
the devil inside is not your true form. The devil inside just kind of amps up your like fucking demon shit.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Unless you use like shapeshifting bullshit. It's how you look is how you look. Now, your perception of yourself can change. Demons are subjected to the same principle as the Fae. Like demons can shift forms if their perception of themselves changes. Usually, demons tend to be more stable than Fae. Well, everyone
Mm.
tends to be more stable than the Fae. So they don't change as much. For a lot of people, that's what a lot of supernaturals that are technically immortal or like live long. That's kind of how you can tell they're aging, is because you can see slight changes on their like physiology.
Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Uh,
Regardless, I still think it's a form that she probably hasn't shown off to anyone.
yes. Well, I don't think you've ever gotten angry enough to show it off to anyone.
No, that's also true.
Your actual mean face. Um. Yeah. As well, there was that one time. That's true. I don't think she. Listen, it was for the greater good. Um. But yeah, I think it's time we handled the wolf ambush. As Blake, I mean, you set up the meeting. You know that there's gonna be a lot of people coming, and well, as you have them gathered, there's your people and her people, which sort of stands on ceremony. Now the question is, do you want this ambush to just happen immediately? Do you want to talk with her first? How does this look?
I wanna talk with her first, like give him like some full sense, and then on a signal, the ambush will just happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As she sort of crosses her arms, it's like, well, I'm here, Blake. The fuck did you want to talk about?
I wanted to give you the chance to come into my territory, and it is my territory, with the grace and elegance that our people are known for. In other words,
Punch your
I'm
face.
offering you a chance to integrate into my pack.
Integrate. That's a funny thing you should say. Listen, I'll make you a deal. We fight it out. You know, if you're so brave, if you're so tough, let's go. You and me, right here, right now. You win. You lead. I win. Well, you ride bitch for me.
Let me ask you a question. How many cities have you been in? How many fights have you gone through? He's saying it loud enough so the people behind her can hear him.
Yeah.
How many people? How many friends have you lost?
Lost a few friends. What's it to you?
We keep doing this same dance for generations, round and round and round, and it never seems to get us anywhere. What I'm offering is something different. Third way, if you will. I believe in working and cooperating with those inside the city. Try to bring peace instead of this constant string of violence.
See, that would work, but like, problem is, how are you gonna enforce that peace, buddy? Are you gonna make sure that? Because it sounds to me like you're just asking me to work for you, but like, what the fuck do I get out of it?
You get to live.
Okay. Cool, buddy, cool. Listen. You want the respect of our people? You really want to lead a fucking pack? You're gonna put your money where your mouth is. I'm not afraid of
I agree.
of a fight with you right here, right now. Are you? We
I
don't need
agree.
to. We don't need to kill our friends. See, I think in fact, if a lot of our fucking supernatural brethren wouldn't be so fucking cowardly, and anyone who wants to shoot a gun or swing a blade should do it themselves. So come on, Blake, show me how much honor you have.
So, you would like to see... Alright. Alright. Well, I think that if I was a younger man, I would jump on that chance. Probably try to jump you as well, but I don't really have time
Maybe
for
after.
this. He'll snap his fingers for people to come out of cover.
Yeah. Now I will say that political advisor, putting my political advisor hat on.
Yeah.
If you fight her and win, you get to keep everything. She doesn't seem to be bullshitting. Now, if you lose, you can still call in your people to murder them.
That's fair.
You basically
No, what-
lost nothing.
Well, Grant, I do have a question to ask. If I do happen to win, won't political advisor Grunt? May I ask a question? Just because this would be an answer I would probably know. Wouldn't this fuck on Sophia? Wouldn't she just get really pissed about it because I didn't kill the person she wants dead? Or it doesn't really matter anymore because I'm backing Celine?
I was gonna say you're backing Celine anyway. Or like Celine, no, I have in fact managed to get all the wolves on my side. No deaths needed, by the way.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I
I'm
can do
just
that.
that like cool. I did just defeat her in 1v1.
I'm just. I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to like cause more of that.
Yeah,
more
because
of
if
a
you
fucking
kill her
huge
on the
fight.
spot, I was pretty sure to say her pack is just gonna leave. They're not gonna like respect you after that, anyways. That's why I
All
said
right,
there's no real
then can I?
loss here.
All right, then he will. Then we'll rewind. He'll be like, "All right, we can do it your way."
Also, whoever wins gets to sit on top afterwards, and she kind of winks. That's true. Zaz will laugh at you.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna lose. That's the problem. I already know it because I've seen what my RNG is like today.
And listen, at least you tried.
Try. I did try. All right. I'll pick the fight grunt. I will do what you. I will. Yes.
You have +2 blood.
Is she just? Yeah. Is she saying like fisticuffs right now, or is she gonna like transform and we're gonna
Full
fight it out that way?
transformation.
I don't really.
Yeah, no, full transformation.
Uh, oh no.
Question is, would you
What's
have?
my transformations? I do have.
I was gonna say this is. I assume this wasn't. Question is, are you gonna set the meeting during the day or during the night?
I assume during the night because that would be
Okay.
easier for the ambush. If that makes sense.
It wouldn't actually. It would make it much more
'Cause-
perilous because wolves have a harder time transforming without the moon.
Oh, then yeah. I guess during the day. I guess would be. Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
thought it. Okay.
Then
Yeah.
you have to give me a let it out to even transform without seeing the moon. Take you a couple of seconds.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, so yeah.
That's mark corruption.
You will mark the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Effect will. You know what? What's your transformation? Draws the attention of supernatural
Silver.
or God, how mean should I be to you?
That's why I was.
Fucking grab his dick and fucking twist it.
Please don't, Grok.
Listen, you still
I already
transfer.
have
I'll
red
think about
cells
the
in my
consequence. Cause I was like, I should be mean, but I won't. So, yeah, you both like take
Thank
a
you.
couple of seconds as your shift forms. She doesn't even like take her clothes off. She just kind of tore straight to them. Not giving you that much time either. So as the clothing rips off and your bones start snapping and the fur starts quickly growing underneath, ripping the flesh apart. I guess you can just give me a turn to violence.
Mm-hmm. Just to be. Okay. All right. Turn to violence.
No, Zaz, listen. I'm about to do something quite horrifying if he fails. So, no. Okay, he didn't fail.
Close though, close. Make him roll again.
Zaz, what is with this hostility? I've done nothing to you. Red's the one who I've slighted today, apparently.
They inflict
Like,
harm on
talking
you.
with
So
Abaddon.
let's see. Your transformation. You have +1 armor and +1 arm. So that's total of 3 harm, 2 armor. Still deal like 3 damage straight up. He's probably gonna deal damage to big and buff. So just mark 3 harm as you like both like collide like two forces of nature as you start like biting and slashing and tumbling into the ground as people around you are cheering one side or the other, as it is a struggle for dear life. And well, another turn to violence. I assume you will continue the fight. You're both still in it.
Yeah. Yeah, did my armor do dick, or you just say I have 3
Uh,
damage?
The reason it does dick is because she also has armor piercing.
Okay.
You both have the same first two, like you're both big and strong.
Okay. Well, this is where I fail it.
Now listen,
No.
listen. I'll be nice to you because technically I could like knock you out, give you a scar. I won't. I'll just mark the 2 harm though.
Mm-hmm.
As don't you wait, Zaz. The trap's now gonna spring. As
It's a
you
thing
sort
that
of
wolves.
humble into it, and as unfortunately your transformation was limited, unstable, as you sort of, as the fighting stops, it was, for you it felt long, but for everyone else it was done in few seconds as the ground completely fucking demolished. As you are now both mostly lying naked upon one another. As like your bodies are just fucking drenched in blood, guts, fur. You are both severely damaged. As she looks at you. And you realize, you hear, as your adrenaline sort of calms down for a bit, you at least look her in the eyes and she looks into yours. And she does just kind of say, I'll be damned, I think I'm in love. Before sort of
I
like
got you.
passing out.
Grunt. Can I
Mhm.
use, am I about to pass out? Otherwise, can I use my let it out to try to heal 2 wound?
You can if you want. I was gonna say otherwise you will also pass out. No, see, Mac, that would have only happened if he like rolled failure, though. He would have gotten the Mark Grayson treatment. Very close there.
Alright.
Very close. Dodged it.
But you're okay. You're okay, but you're okay with me healing real quick?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. No healing. You do just pass out on top of her, as like the other.
Like-
Hmm?
Like Rocky 2. To get knocked out first, I guess.
Yeah. Listen. Still counts. As yeah, the others will quickly rush. As Celine, you're gonna get a text message from John.
Nice.
Says Werewolf spot Blake 1. He's the leader of the pack now.
Well, that's good. She is actually very happy.
I was gonna say, Rowan, you did spot this entire fight from the bushes.
God. Rowan's wanted nothing more than to fucking like beat someone up since she's become a demon. This is fucking bullshit.
I'm sorry, Rowan.
As Leon kind of sort of crossed his arms and is like, I know, right? God. I think they were about to fuck.
Leon, let me tell you something. You're right. The only ever time I've ever looked at somebody like that was when me and Dawson were still together.
I can't. He called us here to like. What? I'm not into that shit. I don't.
I think we were just insurance.
That somehow pisses me even more.
So are we done here? Can we get out of here?
I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm demanding compensation. I'm demanding more time off. Abaddon, better give me someone to like fight. Otherwise, I might just like I might just start like punching her own employees.
Just bullshit. Listen, I'm really hoping Sophia says no. Like, I'm really hoping Sophia just tells Celine no, because then we can actually fight someone.
Ah, but like punching a vamp is not the same as punching a wolf. You can like take 2 hits at most. Wolves are tough though.
Maybe I'll invite more in, and they'll also say no.
Um. Yeah. You make your way back. Um. Yeah. Um. That's true. Uh. Well, I think it will take several hours for you, Blake, before you open your eyes. You're like in a room, sort of bandaged up, like your entire body hurts all over. As there's just sort of next to you, there is Layla, reading what looks like a book.
How did I end up here? Where is here?
Well, I heard there was a big fight, and I thought the hospital was no place for someone like you, so I offered my private apartment. How's you? Me and Albert had a deal.
Albert's here?
No, he left. But me and him go way back. We had some deals back in the day when well, he knows I have money and places, and well, you can roll me get the truth if you, or like figure someone out, whatever the move.
Yeah, yep. Figure someone out.
Yeah, she is bullshitting. Most likely she's been spying on you in the entire fight, and she's the one that called him.
Yeah, he's not a subtle man. He's gonna give a look of I'm not buying it.
She kind of smiles and says, fine, fine. I just wanted to see you fight.
Did you place any bets?
Oh, I always knew you were gonna win. Unlike certain
Honest,
people.
I was very unsure.
Well, I look at you, Blake, and I can see you're a fighter. I like my fighters.
Hmm. Where's everybody else? Are they here?
I mean, Ivona had her own place to go to.
Well,
Don't worry, you can stay here and rest. I'll make sure you get up in one piece. As she like puts her hands on you, and as you feel like your wounds start to mend and the flesh starts to knit, as you can heal to harm. As she smiles, sure you'll figure out a way to make it up to me eventually. As in fact, yeah, you do owe her one debt for the.
yeah, but Red, I'm saving it for Abaddon. Clearly. Sorry, Red. Please don't. I saw that mute on mic real quick. It was a joke. It was just a joke. It was just a joke, Red. I swear to God. Okay, I just need to not look at it. I appreciate it.
Because, well, I'm sure you'll appreciate while you make it up to me. Just don't worry.
Do you have some?
Don't worry, Blake. I like my competition.
Blake is flabbergasted and doesn't really know how to deal with this. This is not. When he woke up this morning. This was not
Yeah.
what he was expecting.
Yeah, and she just looks at you, smiles, and gets up. I'll leave you to rest. Let me know if you need anything.
Oh, do you have my phone?
She kind of points to the nightstand next to you. I
Yeah,
think
you'll-
Celine already knows about your fight.
Okay. All right.
Take some rest. Might need it before the administration change.
Yeah. Yep. I want to argue, but you're probably right. I didn't even know I could be in sore in some of these places.
I can help with that. I'm very good at massaging.
As tempting as that is, can I try to let it out again?
Yeah. It was meant to be, Tech. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's meant to be. She looks at you, smiles, kind of.
Swear to God, this never usually happens. I guess it can't hurt.
Yeah. She's gonna heal you for 2 more harm. Another favor. This one will suspiciously take a bit longer, as she will, in fact, yeah, that do just give you a massage all over your body. Not like anything you could consider necessarily inappropriate, but she really need to do this? Last one was just a hand touch and it was fine. This one took like an hour.
Well, the faster he gets back in the game, the faster he still keeps being useful.
As yeah, that Celine, I think you have all the pieces in play right now.
Yes, she will make her move.
As yeah, you organize the meeting here. As where do you want this to take place?
I assume what we makes sense to do in the opera house, Gwen. Is that alright to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As finishing things where they all began, as gather all the relevant parties, all the most influential people are here, including Blake, Rowan, and other people as well. As you and Sophia sort of step on stage, and Celine, this was quite a big gathering.
Yes, it was. Thank you for indulging me. I will be frank with you, Sophia. In the last 2 years, we've had ups and many downs. And, well, with the way things are going now, I feel that there needs to be a change overall, including in our leadership. And I would be hoping if you would gracefully step down and allow for a new set of minds.
She glances around the room and at you and says, starting to get the picture.
Yes. We're all here, cordial, talking. No violence is necessary. You have, regardless of the matters, been a great asset and boon to the city, and your wisdom has been, well, valuable too. I would be, I would hope that you would still have a voice in that.
Around the room again, looks at you and says, "Play the game quite well. As long as I'm not being pushed out, I don't see any problem collaborating, working. You,
Of course, it is appreciated, Sophia. Celine will like put her hand out to shake her hand, essentially.
shake your hand. I always knew you had a smart head on your shoulders.
I try, at the very least.
Just
Took a while.
let's hope you'll be able to deal with the more rebellious elements of our society as she glances in the direction of the Fae.
Yeah, Selena nods. That's why, like I said, advice and allies are important, especially in the face of such difficult things. I didn't choose this because I thought it'd be easy.
I know. You've proven yourself capable enough. I will defer to your judgment.
Thank you. Yeah. Celine will turn to the crowd a bit to give some nods. As I don't know if she needs to give a speech or not, Grant. That's just me. I don't know if
Yeah,
Celine
I
needs to
mean,
say.
let's. They're like waiting. They're looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah, Celine steps up. Says, now, uh, we've gone through many things, many issues and many problems, and survived a lot. And we will need that type of corporation. And, well, regardless, we are the ones who live here, and we must ensure peace is a thing that we care about. Now, hopefully, in this new era, in this new time, we can set aside some problems and actually make some changes to ensure that. I hope in the future that we can talk to one another. Problems shouldn't fester under the surface. Addressed for everyone, every voice. Fae, wolf, vampire, demon, or otherwise. And I hope you're all willing to help me with that.
There's a couple of nods, and people seem to be in accordance. As Layla starts clapping. And yeah, there's slowly it starts, but you are given like a, well, more or less enthusiastic. Not everyone is in the same level, but yeah, people do clap.
I'll make note of those who didn't clap. I just want to make sure I have that on record.
Andre is like, yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
like the
Andre.
slow clap, very unenthusiastic one. There are clearly those that you with more skepticism, but important thing is the powerful people seem to be on board with you.
Understandable. Look, I'm happy he showed up.
Yeah. As that done, and if there's any conversations any of you would like to have.
I think. Oh,
Gonna say, besides congratulating Celine on the ascension, not much.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I think Celine would have a bit of celebrations with the guys she cares about, like Rowan, Darius, Abaddon, and all of them, and like just a small little thing for them and her, basically.
I mean, yeah, you can have that party in Inferno.
Yeah.
As well as you're having that celebratory party, holding 2 days more pass, and well, eventually actually no, wait, oh holy shit, I looked at the timeline. So before because this entire operation, while we sort of skimmed through it, did take a bit. Days and weeks kind of gone by, as well, eventually, after all is said and done, there is a meeting that gets called, mostly between Abaddon, Celine, and Euro and Inferno.
All right.
As well, put you both down and said, well, I have updates on the J situation.
Yep. What's happening with it?
Season of summer starting now. And we have solid information that I think where we know where the Fae are gonna run their experiments. Small little college town across the ocean. I have a plan to ensure that their entire scheme there will crumple to dust. I've already set the agents in place. Should be infiltrating soon, and it's just a matter of waiting. But I did have to make a lot of deals. I'm gonna briefly go over those. Expect some backlash on some of them, but like, I'll just ask for you to forgive me, I guess. First of all, thanks to John, as she looks at you, Celine, I have been able to chat with a dragon or two, and they've promised to help out. I don't think anyone has a problem with that, right?
That seems fine and fair and pretty smart.
It's an impressive thing to get.
Well, they do seem to care about a lot about the basically apparently a family relative. I got Durz's brother on this scheme. I also got an angel, like one of the big heavy ones, very powerful ones.
That seems very smart and powerful to have.
Well, so no one's upset with that one, right?
See no reason why I should be.
Agreed.
Okay. I also plan on usurping one of the Fey monarchs.
Sounds according to plan. Didn't think you were not going to not do that.
She kind of like looks at you, Rowan.
Rowan will just simply say, "Which one? Is that still a work in progress?"
Spring is about to have a change in leader. I am trying to get, hopefully, if everything goes well, Angels will do the heavy lifting for us. And at the end, we snoop and snuck behind them and take the throne for ourselves. And I have an acquaintance who, well, she's been helping me for the last, I don't know, already 2 years. I think you've seen her around. Maya.
The one with the blue hair.
Yeah, we've had some relationships, uh, fun kind in the past. But, well, sometimes I do like mixing my business and pleasure.
It's a good idea. Dividing the courts, that is.
That is, well, I'll be honest, I don't think that we're gonna stay united for too long, but if I can speed up that process, I think for our benefit.
No, they won't. Some of them have tricked themselves into thinking that there's a spirit of unity, but they'll find soon enough that that doesn't exist.
So that's the broad strokes. It'll hopefully work out, and by beginning of winter, late autumn, should hopefully have Jay back.
It's amazing. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, everything's coming together, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna work out.
I'm very grateful to have both of you. I don't know what I would have done without you.
I'm happy to be here at the very least. Any help you need in that, just ask.
Yeah, what's going on with Darius? Why does he keep insisting I don't like brush him off anymore?
Are you brushing him off now?
I was
Everyone's laughing at that.
busy. I was busy. I was busy, okay? I just wanna get the truth out. A +1.
Was that for both of us?
Yeah. Figure someone out.
Gotcha.
Sure. Said I get a plus one forward.
Yeah. Yeah, Selena, she's well, she is brushing it off in the sense that she doesn't really, she wants to sort of she is feeling a bit weirdly anxious about it, and she's like, actually maybe I should just finding excuses.
Yeah, it's silly. We'll say, well, it seems at the very least that maybe he misses having your eyes on him. You two were in a bit of a prank war, I believe. I'm not sure if that's stopped or not.
Well, he told me he had. Hey, listen, he told me that
I remember you said that he told you he wishes to show you the real him. Was that not your words?
yes, but he was very, I don't know, weirdly smug about it. I don't know. Even like recently, he's been taunting me with that, and I don't know. I just, my instincts tells me that it's some sort of trap. I just feel like I'll be lured in some sort of trap. I don't know. He's vague about it. He's like ominous. I don't.
You fear that he may try to cause you harm?
I don't think he can. But I think he's gonna try and like. No, the prank war has started, but I haven't lost a battle, so
And you're afraid you're going to lose this one?
yeah.
Ah, Zoe, come now. If worse comes to worse, if you do lose in this battle, you have not lost the war entirely. And how will you know what to do if you leave this unknown boiling the background?
I have sent people to graffiti his tower.
You know he'll think that he's winning, right? If you don't taunt him
That's
yourself. He knows you're trying to hide from him.
So I was about to say, if you think he's taunting you, it does seem like it's working.
fine, fine. I'll meet with just before everything. I guess I'll meet with him.
Nothing
Ugh.
else? What's that one called? Schrodinger's Unknown or something like that. Cat? The cat, yes. Just builds anxiety. Gotta open the box sometime.
Okay.
Why would you put a cat in a box?
I don't know. Apparently, it was about seeing if the cat is dead or alive. I don't really know the full experiment. A human thing, I think.
Cat would make noise.
No. I think it's a thought experiment. I hope they didn't really kill a cat, but humans are strange sometimes.
I don't know. I don't think too much.
As yeah, you'll sort of meet with Darius later that day. He's kind of like walking down the hallway as we are sort of waiting. Like, finally built up the courage. How long were you gonna like brush me off? It's like I've not been brushing.
She was gonna keep brushing you off, but me and Celine told her not to.
She like looks annoyed at you. And I don't know why you insist on this just being you and me. It feels like you're about to do something to me. I can scream. Darius is like, you are literally a demon lord in your own realm. What could I possibly do to you? She's like, I don't know. But I feel it's kind of weird you insist on certain conditions.
Maybe he did that to get in your head.
She looks at you like she's having another realization. Fine, as she opens the door. Let's get this over with. Probably gonna be anticlimactic anyways. She like shrugs and gives both of you a nod and a sort of mouths a thank you.
Silly nods.
Yeah, they both sort of go in the room and close the door behind them. Providing you a bit of a quiet moment if you want to change opinions.
So, what are your thoughts on the whole matter?
Yet, assuming that Darius was honest and he also doesn't know, it's going to be very funny.
It will be a bit of a laugh. I hope she takes it well. I think she will. She might be a bit angry, though.
And after like sorry, go ahead.
I think it's going to be fine.
You're probably right.
As after a couple of minutes of quiet, other than the music blasting in the background, thumping rhythmically, there's a like flash of light that you can see even at the sort of edges of the door, just shine so bright. Or there's like just silence. The music stops playing in the club. There's just quiet.
So what do you think he looks like?
I'm not sure. I've only met a handful of angels. They don't really have a consistent form. A lot of eyes, though, usually.
I only ever saw one.
Ah, mainly a lot of eyes and limbs.
Yeah, it was the one that helped fucking kill Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Also, so Claudia and Elvia, none of them look weird.
Yeah, that's true. There's the ones who look more human than others, and I guess their range would differentiate. I can't really say. Maybe they're also like demons too, where they have another form they can take. Maybe. Not sure. I'll be honest. I can't help but can be curious about what he looks like, but I'll let him show that off on his own terms.
You want to open that door? That's the risk you can take.
See
True.
Leon rushing over there. Like, what the fuck happened? Why is everything behaving weirdly?
There's
Yes, showing Zoe his true form.
Mhm.
There was a flash of light.
It's like a euphemism.
I hope not.
very anticlimactic that was the case.
Should I be concerned?
The door's right there if you wanna check in.
If you think I'm paid for that. Listen, if you're not barging in, that means she's not dying. So you know what? I'm a-okay with your euphemisms as he like turns around and walks away.
Good man. Good man. Should we knock on the door just to make sure things are going well?
You can.
Yeah. Celine's gonna put her ear to the door to see if she hears anything at all.
If they're talking, they're talking quite quietly.
She knocks softly. And, are you two okay in there?
I'm fine, as you hear like Abaddon's voice. Very annoyed.
Very well. Seems he's fine. I don't think she's killing him.
That's good.
Ah, well. I know things have been a bit hectic lately, Rowan, but how are you actually? Haven't had a chance to check in.
I've been doing better.
That's good. You seem to have a... It's hard to say the words, but a healthier pallor to you. You look happy.
It's nice actually. Being somewhere I feel like I belong.
That's good. I'm happy for you. And you're Darcy. Is everything all right?
It still stings. It is what it is.
Once this whole thing is properly taken care of, how about we go for a bit of drinks?
I'd like that very much, yes.
Yeah. Celine smiles at that.
The door opens and Zoe walks out, shuts it behind her, crosses her arms, stares at both of you. You know about this?
Yes.
Not the full thing, but yes, learned a few days ago. Well, has it been a few days, Grant? I want to make sure before I say it.
It's been like a month or so.
A month. A month, okay.
That she's been like, no, next week. Next week, there
Oh,
is.
wow. She
Yeah,
really was the one.
She was.
It has been a month, but in my defense, you were supposed to learn much sooner.
Whose side are you on?
I what do you mean? I'm on the side of my children and my family.
Well, your child just lost one of the prank wars.
Did you lose the prank war? Is it already finished already? I didn't think this would be the one thing that'd defeat you.
I'm not over, but like I thought I didn't think showing me his true. I thought he was gonna go about like another one of his long speeches about kindness and goodness of the world, and oh, you should find more creative ways than just killing people. I didn't expect him to shed his fucking skin.
Well, Zoe, it seems like what usually happens when you lose is that you start thinking of new strategies. And it seems he had a new strategy. And now with one loss, you're already stumbling?
It makes you feel better. He also didn't know what he looked like.
True, I haven't seen it either.
I hate that. I hate that because you know what he said to me? As I was staring at him, said, "Hey, you're the first person who knows how I look." Like he's trying to emotionally manipulate me.
Would it help if we took a look at it at some point in time to make it feel?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm the first now, so it's like you can't. It's like you can unmake that.
It's a very big sign of trust, yes.
Yes, it does.
Why? Yes, it is.
You could even say he bore his soul to you, even.
Like an icy glare. As, know what? Can both tell at this point. She's not sure how to handle this. She's very confused. Cause this is this is my heart. Here it is. Crush it if you want. Or do whatever. And she's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I am usually the one in charge and control, and this she's not in control right now. She is as far from in control as you believe she's ever been in any sort of relationship.
Yeah. I think Celine would put her hand on Zoe's shoulder if she allows. Hey, if nothing else, it does show that he does take you seriously, that he doesn't dismiss or demean you, and sees you. Oh, he sees you. Would you want him to keep underestimating you this entire prank war of yours? Or relationship entirely?
Just don't know what to do with this. This is weird. I keep pushing him away, and it's like he keeps coming back. I just don't know why. I don't understand why he's doing all of this.
Why do you keep pushing him away?
And well, the normal reaction is when someone hurts you, you move away. I hurt him, and he keeps coming back.
Not all the time, Zoe. Not every. Sometimes when you hurt someone and they still see that you're worth it, they come back.
Why am I so worth it for him, though?
Maybe because he sees the same things as we all see. That you're lovable, that you're wonderful, that you're worth knowing.
And in that moment, why don't you give me Persuade an NPC? And because Rowan is backing you on this, you have a +2.
May I add an intimacy move to this one at all, Grunt?
Yes, absolutely.
He said persuaded NPC.
Yeah. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. This is an advanced move, by the way.
Advanced move, yes.
Yeah, it's not that they see your point. They will see your point through the end. It looks like it was scripted. As she looks at you, and I think this is the first time you see the click happen. those seeds that you've been planting and tending to and watering do sprout at this point as she sort of genuinely sort of looks flustered.
Yeah, Celine smiles. And she will give Zoe's a forehead kiss, basically, not trying to embarrass her or point it out.
Yeah, yeah, but if she ever looked like her heart skipped a beat, this is how she would look.
Well,
As well. Wanna see him as well, I guess. The room.
is he allowing us to see him?
He said that he'll leave that up to you. But not bad looking. Mumbles at most to herself.
Celine will nod. 'Cause I can't really contain my curiosity, so I'll take a look. Rowan?
Yeah, I'm very curious as well.
Yeah, Celine, I assume is Rowan as well. To go check in that room.
Yeah, you walk in and there's the sort of the golem that sort of is sitting inert on the couch and looking at it as well. I mean, he looks quite different, but there are like certain resembling marks. But the angelic features do stand out much more evidently, similarly to what you would have seen with Claudia or Helvia. The golden eyes, truly a beautiful color and shine brightly. His features sort of adorned with that inhuman aspect to them. As he glances at you two entering, it's like, well, I am not in fact like a hulking monstrosity.
It could still work if nothing else. His Celine paw is like circling him a little bit, just trying to get him in all the angles and measurements.
Are you like, what is she doing? It's like looks at you confused, Ron.
I don't know.
You're a little taller. A few inches, I think.
Okay. Is she taking my measurements?
Mentally, I think.
Don't need clothes. I can buy them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that me trying to measure out how. You know what? I'm a little hurt.
No, I'm just confused.
It's my own curiosity, if nothing else.
Hey,
Don't
have
worry
at
about
it.
it.
Not like I feel like a lab rat or anything. Please, do you want to poke me with a stick? See if I bleed?
Well, do you bleed gold? Do
No,
you bleed differently?
I don't know. I don't know actually. I hope not.
Would make things a bit awkward. I've never really seen an angel. Well, never mind. Actually, she has. How do you feel?
It's bit relieved, I guess. I didn't honestly I don't know how this went. I think it went fine. I think she was. I think I managed to shake her up a bit.
You did. You definitely did.
He looks a bit reassured and encouraged by those words.
It certainly rattled her. Though I don't really think it's gonna really stop this little back and forth you two have going on.
Oh, but I think I definitely won the first round of engagements. She did not, in fact, expect it as he looks at Rowan. thought it was a metaphor.
I think most people would take it as a metaphor.
I know. That's what made it funny. But thank you, both of you, for everything.
So,
Of course.
sure, of course.
Well, yes, hope you got your measurements because I'm going back into my Iron Man suit.
Wait, before you do,
Hmm.
Celine will actually give him a hug.
Looks a bit surprised, but he'll hug you back.
Ah, there you are. Hello, Darius.
Hello?
Yeah, she'll step back with a smile. Finally get to see him in all form.
Yeah, your future fucking son-in-law.
It feels like a downgrade. Going from son to son-in-law feels like a downgrade.
That's my boy. What do you mean, Greg?
Actual playing the dating sims.
Okay, Red. Let me ruin this moment for you. Did you couple up your 2 children?
Mac, we all know they're not related at all by blood, and then they changed actors, so it's fine.
I just want to point that out.
But yeah, it's fine. Zoe would disagree with that. It's like, no, he is not. No, he's not your child. What? I'll kill him. But yeah, as he sort of, you can see him physically merge into the thing as the body does sort of come back and tries to like arrange the flesh almost as it's kind of molded around him.
Sorry, I'm gonna be honest. That is a little creepy.
As yeah, the eyes do sort of start glowing eventually. As you realize for a few seconds you understand, Rowan, what Mark saw. Because the light coming from the eyes is much dimmer, and it is almost like there are in fact the light is behind the eyes.
All right.
Yeah. If there's nothing else, he'll probably take his leave.
There's one thing actually. Swearin will tell him. Darius, just to let you know. They've figured out more or less where Jay is going to be. And soon, if the plan works, he'll be back home.
I'll be honest, I've been preparing myself mentally since the day he was taken.
Just wanted to let you know. I don't think
I
that's catch you by surprise.
is very high up on my list of people I have to apologize.
Well, we plan to right those wrongs as best we can. That's all we can do.
I don't really expect forgiveness, but at least I want to say it properly, and that's what he will.
It will be all right, Darius. Have a bit of hope.
He nods a bit. And yeah, he'll take his leave. Any conversation between you two?
Well,
Part of me wants to make sure that Grace has been told, but I don't want to risk getting her hopes up just in case this doesn't work out.
That is true. I know she still she still live with Abaddon, right, Grunt? I assume Grace.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I can understand your hesitation, especially with how the Williams have survived a lot of heartbreak. And we're gonna get Jay back. We're gonna get him back and reunite the family, and we'll goddamn keep each other safe. Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
as cut from that scene. One last very important question. Blake, you get 2 offers for a date. One do you choose first?
What, I got 2 offers?
Got 2 offers, yeah. Faye and a wolf wanna date you.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I will go on the date, but there's actually one person I wanted to meet beforehand.
Yes.
I'll bump into, if you don't mind.
No.
I would like to talk to my soothsayer friend because I haven't seen her in
Absolutely.
like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You get-
You can meet her wandering the streets. She looks at you. There's a smile. Hope you've been
Hey,
keeping good, Blake.
Yeah, I got myself in a little bit of a pickle, but I'm fine now. I was just worried. I haven't seen it a little bit, so I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
I am quite fine. More than fine. Things are on track.
On track for.
Well, she just kind of extends the metal can.
Takes the coin and puts it on in.
She sort of jiggles it a bit, says, shadow and flame, or death.
Uh. That wasn't as cryptic as usual. That sounds. What the fuck does that mean?
Maybe you'll see, maybe you won't.
Hmm.
But it seems your doom. You've looked at it, smiled, walked by. Should be happy for that.
Really?
She nods.
So what does my future hold now?
I suppose many choices. Can't say.
Do you read? Would a crisp $5 give me a point in the right direction?
I won't give you dating advice.
Son of a bitch! I thought we were pals.
We are. That's why I need you to choose for yourself. I promise none of them will try and kill you immediately at the
So I at least got a few good years left in me, or months.
months. But
Yeah.
we'll see after that.
Fair enough. Stay safe. All right.
Seeing you around.
You better.
As she smiles and continues walking. Stare at your phone.
I'm gonna be honest, Grant. I'm blanking. What's the name of the were president? I tried to look them
Ivona.
up.
Ivona. I
could
should
not
post her.
find them.
I thought she was gonna die, I'll be honest. I was like, I'm not gonna post her image. But you know what? She survived. She's like a part of your pack. She deserves to be an NPCs. God damn it.
I'll be honest, Grunt. I was like looking at it. I was like, am I the crazy asshole? Am I just the asshole who's just blanking here?
Not in the NPC channel, Mac. I thought she was gonna die immediately.
She was. She was.
Yeah.
Usually I'd leave this to a coin flip, but for what Blake's goals are, I think he's gonna go with. Shit, why is my phone blowing up? Who? Fucking YouTube, god damn it. Or not YouTube, fucking Discord guys. I'm gonna go with fucking Ivonia.
Well, we'll see how long that will work, but
Not very long.
listen. They and their schemes, am I right?
Faye and their schemes. I figured it out, but Blake wants to settle down.
Yeah, if that definitely then choose the werewolf. That is in fact the better option. As yeah, you text her back and gonna cook you a nice meal tonight. We will